What's up, guys? Matt Fragger back again. Got another fragrance review video for you. And today I have a fragrance that I consider to be really special. This is, in my opinion, a 10 out of 10 fragrance, especially for fall weather, for cooler weather. This is one of the best cool weather fragrances you're going to find. Now, there's a caveat to that. You have to be a fan of leather fragrances. If you're not somebody who enjoys leather fragrances, this one's not going to be for you. But for those of you out there who do like leather fragrances, this is one of the best there is, in my opinion. It's also one of the best fall fragrances that you can find. It's absolutely incredible. This came out in 2012. So it's been out there for a while. There's tons of reviews out there. I'm not doing this review to let you know, what the notes are necessarily, or what it's all about. I'm sure that if you're somebody who's into fragrances, you collect fragrances, I think you probably either are already aware of this or maybe you've heard about it before. What I want to do is remind those of you out there that maybe you've heard of it and you haven't picked it up. This is one you have to have. Okay? Just point blank, this is one of the best fragrances in my collection. It's one of my favorite fragrances of all time. I picked it up maybe about a year and a half ago. But this is Rasasi La Yukawam. And starting out, the presentation on this is fabulous. I mean, the presentation's great. It's a wooden box. It's like niche quality, presentation here. Wooden box, and not only is it a wooden box, it's magnetic. The lid is magnetic, and then you've got this rose gold kind of border around here. Absolutely great. And the bottle comes up out of the box, and the bottle is, again, like, it's kind of simple, but it's really nice. You got this kind of like foil rose gold leaf here, and the cap is wood. Really nice touch there. And the rose gold atomizer, which the atomizer on this one, it's not pressurized or anything special, but it is a really good atomizer. Puts out quite a bit of juice. Really good atomizer. And then you got Rasasi on the top of the lid here. La Yukawam pour Homme. This one here, now, like I said, it's been out there for a while. A lot of people have done reviews on this, and the majority of the reviews you're going to see about this are going to tell you that it's a Tuscan leather clone, Tom Ford Tuscan leather, and that it's as good as or better than, some people would say better than even, Tuscan leather. Now, oh man, just in the air, when you spray that, and that smell hits you, it's just incredible. It's just, to me, it's just one of the most fantastic fragrances that there are out there. I'm sorry, I'm glazing all over this thing, but I mean, I have to, because I feel very strongly this is one of the best fragrances that's out there. And I don't just mean clone fragrances or Middle Eastern, I just mean in general. This fragrance is just top of the heap. So what you got here is, like I said, a lot of people compare this to Tuscan leather. But in my estimation, I have smelled Tuscan leather, tried it up against this, and also another fragrance that is actually one of my wish list fragrances that, if I wasn't such a poor guy, I mean, if I had the money to afford it, Go Dolphin by Parfums de Marly. Now, if there was one fragrance that I had to say that I would put above this one, La Yukawam, that I would rather have than this when it comes to this kind of profile and this kind of a, fall leather, cool weather fragrance, Go Dolphin is incredible. I actually got I got Go Dolphin back when I was doing the subscription. I can't remember, Scentbird. I got a Scentbird, ordered that from Scentbird, and I was just blown away by it. And I actually picked that up before I picked this up. I had the Go Dolphin first. So when I got this, to me, this is like very, very reminiscent of Go Dolphin. And in my opinion, my humble opinion, it's a little closer to Go Dolphin, I think, than Tuscan Leather if you're splitting hairs. But again, that's just because I love the PDM Go Dolphin so much, and I was so stoked to have a fragrance that now at the time that I bought this, this was not a cheap clone fragrance. This wasn't like, I mean, most clone fragrances, if you're talking clone fragrances, most of them are like right in that, I'd say, if you want to do a wide range, I'd say maybe $20 to like $40, maybe somewhere in there. Typically around the $30 mark, most of them. Most of the clones I have in my collection are around that range. Um, when I picked this up, I think this was like $60, and it's worth every penny of it. It's kind of a higher end clone fragrance. From like, is the best way I can describe it is it's just one of those clone fragrances that's a little bit higher as far as the price goes, but still well below what you would pay for either Go Dolphin or Tuscan Leather. Still way below the price points there. But as far as clone fragrances go, it's a little pricier. Nowadays, I mean, I kind of looked and checked, and nowadays it's around the 30 to 40 range. Like I saw it for 30, 32, 35. Like it's right in between 30 and 40 there, depending on which discounter you go through. Um, maybe you could even find it a little cheaper than that actually. But when I picked it up, about like I said, maybe about a year and a half ago, when I picked it up, it was like around $60. And you know, like I say, typically you're paying around $30 for a clone fragrance, and I went ahead and gambled on this because I heard such great things about it. Like I said, you're at no loss for finding a review on this thing. I mean, there's plenty of reviews out there, and this thing was well hyped in the fragrance community for a long time. But I just wanted to kind of bring it to your attention that if this is one you haven't picked up yet, it's definitely one that you need. 10 out of 10, in my opinion, like across the board, 100% for sure. Uh, as you saw, the presentation is very nice, wooden box, wooden lid. And then now let's talk about the performance. This is high end performance here. This is, and I'm going to say just because, different people's skin chemistry may vary, you know what I mean? Like, there's definitely going to be some variables. I'm going to say 10 hours plus, because this thing is one that you can spray this on, wear it all day, take a shower, and still be able to pick up like hints of it on your skin. And on clothes, you put this on like a t-shirt or a hoodie or something, and you get this on there. A week later, you're still going to smell. I mean, there is no issue as far as performance goes with this one. It's top end performance, 10 plus hours, and projects like a monster. Great projection. Not only are you going to be able to just enjoy that cozy, wonderful scent bubble around you the entire time you're wearing it, but other people around you are going to pick it up and notice it. And again, this is one that can be a little bit subjective. I could see it being a little subjective, especially to somebody who's not necessarily like a fan of leather fragrances. It's very rich. It's very deep. You've got a nice, really sweet leather, almost like the kind of leather you'd find in like, excuse me, in like Tom Ford's ombre leather. It's like a sweet leather, but there's always also like a dusty kind of quality to it. Like it's kind of like a dusty leather, but it's got the sweetness there. And a lot of that sweetness is coming from that fruitiness of the raspberry that's in here. There's a really, like the raspberry is very unique and very, it's just very intriguing how the raspberry to me seems to have a tartness, but also a sweetness. Like it's got like a wet kind of juicy sweetness to it, but also it's got like a little bit of a tartness. And then the leather is sweet, but it also has kind of a dustiness to it. And there's a little bit of like, you can get a little bit of like an amber kind of feel here too, like kind of mixing in like just the way that this is blended, the quality of it is absolutely top notch. Like this is like what I would call niche quality juice. Um, you do get a little bit smaller bottle, like as far as the bottle size goes. I think this is the only size that it's offered in that you can get it in, and I believe it's a 75 mil. Um, so as far as the bottle size, it is a little bit smaller. As far as milliliters go, but you get every single bit of what you're paying for this. You get out of this. It's an eau de parfum concentration, and yeah, I mean performance. Definitely not anything that you're going to have to consider whether it's got good enough performance. The performance here is massive. It's great. The scent profile is just, again, let me just say it one more time. Uh, if you are somebody who's a fan of leather fragrances, especially like a fruity leather fragrance, because there's a few of them out there. I have quite a few leather fragrances in my collection. It is one of my favorite notes in a fragrance, especially for like a cool weather fall type fragrance. And this is, to me, one of the most gorgeous, like well-rounded, high quality, long-lasting fragrances in my collection and that I've ever tried in general, period, end of sentence. This is one that if you're a fragrance collector and you're somebody who enjoys leather scent profile, like Tom Ford ombre leather, the CH Men line, you got to have this. Like this is one you need to pick up and try. And I find I'm hard pressed to believe that anybody who enjoys a good leather fragrance would smell this and not be just blown away by the quality and by the just the wonderful scent profile that's going on here. It's just absolutely great. Can't say enough about this. 10 out of 10 presentation, 10 out of 10 scent profile, 10 out of 10 performance. And for fall weather, this thing is a monster. It is 100% like one of the best fall fragrances out there. This thing just performs brilliantly in the fall weather. So for those of you who were maybe aware of this and just, considered it but never picked it up, or if you weren't aware of this fragrance, then I'm speaking to you. Please go check this out. Pick a bottle of this up. Like I said, nowadays you can get it a lot cheaper than when I picked it up. It's like around that $30 mark, 30 to 40 somewhere. You can pick this up about the same price as you'd pick up a lot of other cologne fragrances, and 100% worth it, every penny. I'm actually going to need to get another bottle of this because, like I said, it's a 75 mil, and you can hold it up to the light. And I mean, it's a really dark bottle, but it's very easy to see your level if you hold it up to the light. And I'm about maybe here, so I've put a dent in it. But this is one that I absolutely will have to have another bottle. And like I say, I picked this up about a year and a half ago. I hope that there hasn't been any kind of like a reformulation that's happened with this or anything, because I would be really disappointed if I went and picked up like another bottle of this and it wasn't, up to par with what this is. But I'm pretty sure that it will be. I mean, Rasasi makes some great fragrances. I've always been really impressed. I have a few Rasasi fragrances, and I've always been really impressed with the quality, impressed with what they're doing. And this one is no exception. Matter of fact, it's the top of the heap as far as I'm concerned. It's the top line. The best fragrance you can get for this at this price range, if you're a fan of a leather profile. This thing's gorgeous. Thanks for watching my video today, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm the Mad Fragger, and I'll see you next time.